Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. As we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news. US Treasury yields are now near a 16-year high on fears American interest rates will stay higher for longer, and EU bond yields are moving up too. Higher interest rates will weigh on asset valuations, especially real estate and commercial real estate in particular. But first, new US jobless claims came in at 212,000 last week, less than the week before and lower than expected. And the US Conference Board leading economic index is still pointing to an upcoming decline in near-term American economic activity, but the weight is very much less now. And the Philadelphia Fed's factory survey in its industrial heartland is pointing to a good pickup in new order levels. It was a sub-index has been negative for 14 consecutive months, so it is a sharp turnaround. And it wasn't the only improving indicator. Across the Pacific, Japan's exports fell 0.3% in July from a year earlier, the first drop in more than 2 years, reflecting the slowing global economy, including by the key trade partner of theirs, China. But Japanese machinery orders rose slightly in June. Today, all eyes will be on the release of Japan's July CPI. It was running at 3.3% in June, and analysts expect the July increase to come in at about 2.5%. In China, their central bank is trying to force the value of the yuan up when it's under devaluation pressure. It's in a tough spot because it needs to cut local interest rates to support growth, but that would normally depress its currency. But markets aren't buying the moves and have devalued the currency anyway, despite official fixing indications. In London and New York, China's major state-owned banks were seen selling US dollars to buy the yuan in an attempt to slow the yuan's depreciation. In Australia, they released their July labour market data. Their jobless rate rose to 3.7% in July from 3.5% in June, and that's above market expectations of 3.6%, and their highest level since April. And freight rates for containerised cargoes rose another 2.3% last week as the upturn gathers pace. Bulk cargo rates turned higher as well. The US Treasury 10-year yield will start today at 4.31% and up another 4 basis points from yesterday, and that's 16-year high. And the price of gold will start today at $1,885 an ounce. That's down $13 from yesterday. And oil prices are 50 US cents firmer at just under $80 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just under $84 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today softish at just on 59.3 US cents, and that's down 10 basis points, and it's lowest since November 2022 though. Against the Aussie, we're a little firmer at 92.5 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're marginally softer at 54.5 euro cents. That all means our trade weight index is still at 68.5, and little change from this time yesterday. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again on Monday.